Hey there folks, Jay Barino here, continuing StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake for StarCraft 2. Alright, the fall. The hunt for Tassadar is on. We saw Phoenix fall not really so bravely in battle as his weapons just sort of stopped working. Alright, the hunt for Tassadar, Protoss command ship Gantrathor, holding orbit over the planet Char. So we're off to Char to collect Tassadar, probably the lowest realistic priority right now for the Protoss, who are slowly losing ground to the Zerg, but I suppose the Conclave, they don't really know what's going on. I suppose that's kind of the point of their entire existence in this campaign, is to show that they just don't have their shit together. The Zerg hive clustered into Siam province was destroyed, but the Protoss forces paid a high price for their victory. Praetor Phoenix, hero and steward of the Templar, was killed during the assault. The Conclave, convinced that its stratagems are winning the war against the Zerg, have let down their guard and turned their attention to personal matters. The Judicator Eldaris was ordered to find and arrest the wayward Tassadar and bring him home to stand trial for his crimes of treason. Now, with only a small fleet for protection, Eldaris and the Executor have traveled to the ash world of Char, hoping that Tassadar is still somewhere to be found.
Executor, I know that you were reluctant to leave Ire in this dark hour, and that you still grieve for the loss of your comrade, Phoenix. But remember that he lived and died as a Templar. He has reached the Kala's end. There is no greater glory than that. We Judicator are called to look beyond such matters, to ensure the safety and future of our people. It is not the Zerg, but the rogue Tassadar, who represents the greatest threat to us now. If he is allowed to spread the Dark Templar's tainted influence to Ire, all will be lost. We will find him and bring him to judgment. Tassadar claimed that this world was abandoned by the Zerg just prior to the invasion of Ire. Yet I still sense a lingering darkness here. Be prepared for anything, Executor. If there are still Zerg on this world, then they must surely know of our arrival.
Oh, there's definitely still Zerg on Char, Eldaris. Also, props to both the writers at Blizzard and the Mass Recall team for properly translating when they wrote it in this briefing, for spelling the word rogue correctly. You'd be surprised. I think the majority of English speakers, honest to God, could not spell the word rogue properly. Infested orbital platform. Low orbit over Char. So this is when we start getting to use High Templar, which is quite exciting. They're much easier to use in StarCraft 2, well, and Mass Recall as well, because you don't have that overlapping. Oh, the portrait's very cool. Because they don't have that overlapping spellcast. If I have multiple High Templars selected, they won't all storm when I want to, only one at a time, which is very nice. Okay, so I'll hotkey that High Templar so that he doesn't just die. We have to be careful not to storm our own units either. My only concern is I think that the radius of storm is smaller in Mass Recall than it was originally. Anyway, we're gonna do our best here. Let's back up. Let's draw these fellows to us. I have to conserve my energy on that High Templar there. I'm not gonna use it on one small group of Hydralisks. Well, it's more when we're escaping. That's when we're really gonna need it. Okay, and there's a lot of gotcha moments, I think, here, so I am just going to quick save a lot, because if I lose too many units before we get to Tassadar, we're gonna be in major trouble. Also, I feel like it's sort of up for debate whether you need to build a lot once you find Tassadar. I'm going to try to go up the entire left side of the map and avoid as many colonies as possible. Try to stay on the high ground where we know there won't be a lot. Okay, let's hotkey the Dragoons separately and try to keep them in the back. Similar to Mission 1. This is kind of the exact same force we had at the start of Mission 1, except now we, can we hit this? No, not quite. Well, we're just going to go around it then. That's no problem. Except we have the High Templar now, which is a big deal. Okay, what's the point of being able to be up here if we have to destroy that thing anyway? Ah, that's too bad. Okay, yeah, I think maybe in the original game you were able to shoot downhill and kill that, but now there's nowhere for me to go. So now I have to destroy 2 colonies because I can't reach them from up here because we don't have Singularity Charge or anything like that. Okay, well, we're just going to have to bomb our way in, because this is the only way to go, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's a way around there. Once we get past this first section, we can go left or right, but we're probably going to lose a few things to the sunken colonies. All right, let's go. I'll move in with the High Templar and be prepared to storm something. See, that would have been a great area to storm. Try to keep this stuff alive. All right, it's attacking a Zealot. That's good. It does full damage to Dragoons, but not to Zealots. There's going to be another one over there. Again, unfortunately, we're just going to have to attack straight into this next one. It really sucks. Also, the shield regeneration rate is very slow, even out of combat. Oh, no! That's another thing that was retained from StarCraft 2. Our out-of-combat shield regeneration is that of StarCraft 2. Whereas in StarCraft 1, it was very, 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 very slow. And I don't think it was any different in or out of combat. Okay, well, let's see if we can go up and around. I have to be ready to storm. I'm just so scared to storm on top of my own units. All right, let's back up, let's back up. Or this is going to happen, that's fine. Okay, we got those. We did lose 2 Zealots. We're going to lose 3 here pretty soon. Let's go up and around this section. I remember that being a bit of an issue right there. So we are definitely going to struggle getting to Tassadar, as we've already lost 3 units. Not great. So let's come down and around. You're just going to have to make really good use of this High Templar and not hesitate to storm if a bunch of Zerglings are coming in. It's just, of course I'm going to hesitate, considering, well, I could have stormed right there. But I'm going to hesitate because I don't want to storm on my own stuff. So now we've already lost all our Zealots. And let's try to come up in this direction. Storm. Okay, well, again, there's no way I could have anticipated that. We're going to lose pretty much all of our Dragoons. Okay, I guess let's try all this again. Now that we, again, sort of know where the gotcha moments are, let's throw down some fatty storms in advance before running into the sunken colonies. And again, now that we know that this stuff is here, shouldn't be as bad. Okay, back out. Cool, and we made it through that section. We know that there's a bunch of stuff at the top of this ramp. Let's come on down in this direction, see if we can draw it down to us so we can storm on it this time around. Okay, so you guys stay back. Let's inch forward and try to draw forth this stuff. Or we can pull it piecemeal. Like I said, we can take this very, very slow because it's just a bunch of gotcha crap. Okay, so let's move forward and storm right here. Pretty good range on storm. The enemy actually tries to avoid it if they can, which is cool, if you ask me. I think that's pretty neat. Let's see if they've come back to their location. They have. All right, come over here. Okay, don't want to be losing my my High Templar, though, to getting picked off to crap like that. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about what is down here. So we can charge up this ramp. I don't think I can afford to storm again because I really need it for the future. Okay, this is much better. We're not getting trapped on the ramp. We didn't lose any units. And we can just move on up here and move forward. So again, sort of, anytime there's micro maps like this, it's very much sort of gotcha unless you remember exactly what there is. And I don't on this one in particular, interestingly enough. I think in the Jacobs installation I did, and in the Amerigo I did, but in this one in particular, I really don't remember what is where. I just don't. And I think in the micro map that's coming up later in the installation map, it's going to be the same thing. I really am not going to remember. Okay, so let's quick save now that we've made it. I didn't want to have to re-record anything. See, knowing this was... I knew this was here, I could have stormed on top of one of these groups. But really where everything went south was when I lost everything at the top of this ramp. So now that I know all those Zerglings are up there, we should be able to storm them. I guess let's quick save one more time and sort of inch up. Okay, let's get everyone up here and then just not hesitate to storm. There we go. Okay, that was huge. That was absolutely huge. So you just have to know that that's there, because otherwise you're either going to be too late and you're going to storm on all your Zealots, or you're just going to let those Zerglings all kill you because you're not storming at all. There might be another good storm up here, but I don't have enough energy, so let's wait. I'm willing to wait for like a second here, because there may just be a bunch more Zerglings. Again, more quick saving is fine. Okay, let's go. Got my High Templar ready. I mean, there have to be enough Zerglings there to storm too. See, if you're too quick, you're going to waste your storm because it might only be 2 Hydralisks. You have to make sure that it's actually a bunch of crap that's unburrowing on you before you waste. That might have been a good opportunity. Let's back out there. As long as we don't lose anything here, we are fine. We didn't lose anything there. Well, let's continue. This may be... We're right outside of Tassadar's base here, so I think we're in okay shape. Let's just attack up here and be ready to storm. There might not be anything else, because I think we're pretty much there. Yeah, okay, we made it. Great, great, great.
Aldaris, Executor, how is it that you've come here? I was about to abandon all hope of rescue.
I have come to arrest you and bring you home to Ire to stand trial.
Arrest me? Ire burns at the touch of the Zerg. You travel all this way to arrest me?
Don't let it get to you, man. This happened to me once.
Who is this human, Tassadar?
The name's Jim Raynor, pal. And I won't be talked down to by anybody. Not even a Protoss.
Amusing. Tassadar, your taste in companions grows ever more inexplicable. Executor, prepare to take Tassadar into custody.
Executor, wait. I do not know what they have told you about me. But what I have done for Ire. Help me find Zeratul and his Dark Templar. They alone can defeat the Overmind Cerebrits. Once we have won, I shall gladly submit myself to the judgment of the Conclave.
Unthinkable. You presume that we would side with the Dark Ones as you have? You have gone quite mad, Tassadar.
You shall speak of them with respect, Aldaris. Executor, there is much that I can explain to you. If only you'll help me find Zeratul.
We've been surrounded.
I really like that High Templar portrait. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so now we have 2 High Templar. That's great, and the decision was made for us. It was completely made for us. All right, so now I got a character profile for Tassadar. So we can add him to this group because they're all going to be storming, aren't they? Oh, not that group. High Templar group. Okay, now they all have storm. Okay, Tassadar looks kind of goofy because he's modified such that he's floating, but he's also moving as if he was running. So it's a little strange. I like the big Confederate space platform that we're on. The Zerg are going to be coming from over here. We also have Jim Raynor, who cannot be repaired. There are no SCVs, so we're going to keep him in the back as like an oh shit kind of thing. We could try to do this all with just the units that we have to get back to the area and just abandon this base. I kind of want to. I think if anything, I just need more anti-air, so I think I will not do that. It's kind of worth a try, but I've already had to reload a save, so I don't really want to take more time than I need to. Let's go ahead and get this all set up. So Tassadar isn't selected when we do a box here. That definitely is something that needs fixed. We can move Jim Raynor up, and I am going to set up a few defenses. There's a ramp over here that I want to make sure that we are prepared for. And as long as we have High Templar ready to storm, the enemy attacks aren't that bad. So now we're breaching into some territory now, and I can just wall this off completely. We don't need to get out from over here. I'm going to go back the way I came. We're at the point where we just need to survive long enough to get a good amount of anti-air, and now that we have High Templar, we just storm the enemy attacks that come in, and storm doesn't damage friendly buildings, so we are theoretically in really, really good shape to move forward with this map, and really just the campaign in general if we get High Templar out. Okay, so we just want some, well, 1 shield battery is all we can afford, but for right now, this will be fine. I will also set up some spider mines over here, just in case. Those are like my safety spider mines to make sure that this isn't gonna go to shit. Nope. Oh, okay. Well, there's some units down there. No problem. No problems here. Jim Raynor, you just get back over here, buddy. I don't need you risking yourself. All right, let's get more probes and just get some good mining going. We can get some upgrades. Now, basically what happened is there's a ton of units that have spawned in between us and the beacon, so I don't think I can make Reavers or anything like that. The big thing here, yeah, we got Scouts last time, and now we can get High Templar. So that's big, right? But we don't have... I was going to say, we can get shuttles. You just use shuttles, and we just ferry our heroes back to the main area. But there are a ton of Mutalisks between here and there. So that's why, if you are really good with High Templar Storm, in the original game, you could get back without building any other units. You just make a run for it, you maybe make an Archon and build a couple more High Templar. That's all you need to do. But I know for a fact that's not what we can get away with here. We definitely can't do just that. Well, actually, I don't know. The reason that I'm not going... There's a broken Blizzard sign here. The reason that I'm not going is because I don't know. In the original game, yes. In Mass Recall, I have no idea. Okay, so we throw down a big fatty storm right there. No problem. Okay, so that's what I mean by... If you have High Templar and you're ready for the attacks, the AI just clumps up so heavily when they come and attack you. And then the Zealots, I mean, I don't want the Zealots to die or anything, but because I'm walled in here, I mean, the Hydralisks and Zerglings are going to run up to these shield batteries, try to get through, get clumped up, storm them, dead, right? So I'm just going to try to go ahead and get a Templar Archive out for multiple reasons, because I could get... Okay, here, it's a larger group, actually. Let's go ahead and just storm on them. They try to move out of the storm. That's actually really cool. They're constantly sending these units here. Now that we have cannons up, they won't try to move up here, through here anymore, which is nice. Where's my probe? Did I send him away? No, he's here. Might as well get another one here, or maybe another shield battery here. Okay, and I'll get a pylon. And we're going to get all this built up, because there's just lots and lots of Mutalisks coming through. We're going to storm those, too. I'm spending all my money on this. I don't need to. But this is fine. And again, now that we've got our High Templar, we are just going to storm the crap out of large attacks that are coming our way. Keeping this stuff here is fine. But yeah, I'm going to get a Templar Archive and a Citadel of Adun. I can get the Citadel of Adun specifically so that I can get Zealot leg upgrades. I would like to get Singularity Charge. Aldaris, you could have at least gotten these upgrades. Aldaris, before we left. Going to Char, one of the most dangerous planets in the sector. I mean, sure, they thought that it was abandoned because the entirety of the Zerg Swarm went through the wormhole to Ire, but Kerrigan's still here because she was hunting down specifically these people that we were going for. I guess we didn't know. So there's a few bugs with Tassadar in general that need to be addressed. Minor things, but they're definitely things that need fixed. Not being able to box him is kind of annoying. I'll probably always have him hotkeyed when I have him available, but and also fixing his movement animation, because he's floating and sort of running. The way he sways back and forth sort of makes it look like he's running. Interesting. I don't know. I think it's fine, actually. In retrospect, it's fine. He's not boxable, which is mildly annoying. Okay. So we got the Citadel now. We can get leg upgrades, leg enhancements, whatever they are, and then we can get a Templar Archive. Very cool. And let's go ahead and start shields. It's just so expensive. We might as well get it now because we can afford it, and then we'll go ahead and get armor next. So next big attack, again, as long as we've got the High Templar here, we're just going to storm it all. I mean, even one storm is all you really need. And the AI... Interestingly enough, I think it's really cool, and I don't know if this is part of the built-in AI or if the Mass Recall team somehow made them do this, where they try to flee the storm. I think that's awesome. Okay, the reason I want a Templar Archive is because I want Khaydarin Amulet, if it allows me. It does. Let's definitely get that. I don't need Hallucination. Unless I don't think there's infested Terrans. I don't think there are infested Terrans anywhere. Honest to God, I've never once in my life explored anywhere else on this map. Every time I played it since the first time ever, I go along the left side of the map, I come up here, save the base, and I leave the same way. It's just habit. Okay, here we go. Go down a storm. Go down another storm. Again, and as they try to flee from the storm, even though they might not be taking damage, they're getting hit by the cannons and not doing damage. So that's a big deal. Okay, we're gonna need High Templar to actually escape. I'll get even more. I can turn one or two of these into Archons, and then I'll still have more. It's just I want to make sure I'm at full energy when it's time. We've got the leg enhancements. That's good. This is all looking good.
We are under attack.
And we're starting to go a little overboard for what's necessary. I think this will be able to maintain itself. I might leave one High Templar behind. Okay, this is going absolutely fine. And as we have the extra money now, I'm going to come on over here and make more cannons, because there's going to be Mutalisks. And that's more than enough, but the extra cannons really can't hurt, I don't think. We had the money. Okay, High Templar looking good. You guys become an Archon. One Archon really can't hurt. I might get another one. I haven't decided yet. And then Dragoons and Zealots.
Not enough minerals.
And we have our base upgrades. We can actually get +2 here pretty soon, which might be worth it once this is all done. I like the retro mod Archon too. Looks very, very nice. Very, very nice. It's just like a big floating man. I like it. I think the Archons, the original Archons in the original game, are supposed to be kind of an ET reference, which is weird, but I think that's what it's meant to be. All right, so one of you stay here. The rest of you are going to be group number 1, and you're coming with us. And when I say that the Zerg start like spawn everywhere, I mean there are giant groups of Zerg that have spawned since our trek initially, and then as we go back to the beacon. Let's start +2. And I will get ground armor level 2 when available here. I don't think I need more gateways. I mean, we're getting ready to leave here very, very soon. Our defense is pretty much self-sustaining at this point, and the single High Templar will help against the inevitable Mutalisk attack that's going to be coming along. So I just got to be on the lookout, and you know, I'll always be anywhere between 2 and 5 seconds late as I see the attack happening on the minimap. I come back, I storm. That should be enough. And it's going to be that way in pretty much every map that we play, so I really think we're in good shape. And I don't think that there are enemy-infested Terrans or anything like that, so I think we should just be good to go. Separately, I'm going to have my heroes, because I really don't... I'm just going to keep them in the back. I have enough High Templar for storms. Maybe more Dragoons. We're going to run out of supply here. Well, not for a while, but I'll just go ahead and get more pylons. I mean, hell, we're in a good situation here, Tassadar. I don't know what you're so upset about. We could stay here all day. I ain't scared. Let's go. Move up with the High Templar as well. Where's Jim Raynor? Bring him down. Okay, let's continue. I really think well, why am I going this way? We don't want to go this way. We want to go back the way we came. Yeah, and Tassadar not being grabbed is slightly annoying. Okay, Jim Raynor has selection priority. That's kind of goofy. Not a big problem. Okay, well, we'll just keep the heroes back, then. That's fine if Tassadar gets stuck back here. I'm just going to auto-attack with this and storm where necessary. You can see they sort of clump up. Storm up there. Get up the ramp. Here comes the next attack. Actually, I didn't really need to do anything. I was late, but that's because I was distracted with this other stuff that was happening. We were in fine shape. Okay, let's continue. Move up with the heroes. Again, I don't really want to risk it. But you can see how when those Hydralisks unburrowed, there were like 1 million of them. That's because they were all spawned that way. And it was like that in the original game, too. It's pretty neat. Okay, Ultralisks. I don't actually remember there being Ultralisks, but that's fine. Okay, not a big clump here. Yeah, well, this is fine. Okay, move up with the heroes. I think we have a good enough force right here that we're in good shape. Gotta make sure I use those hotkeys. I think, well, we'll just fight our way through this. Move up with the heroes. Why is there not a big spawn of stuff here? I really expected one. Get in there, throw down a storm. They're gonna run out of it. Actually, them running out of it means my zealots will chase them, which means they won't instantly die. Oh, this is bad. Poor Tassadar, he's fine. I mean, he can't be healed, but he's fine. Okay, we're almost back. The only issue is there's still a butt ton of stuff in between us and the exit. Okay, let's keep it up. Nothing should be coming up behind us, though, so that my heroes can still stay back here. Should be a big group of units coming up here pretty soon. Just got spawn broodlinged on. Huge group of stuff. Throw down some storms. Lots and lots of storms right here. Yeah, okay. Sonic Storm wins the day. Yeah, that probably killed some of our zealots, but that's okay. Let's keep an eye on this. Throw down a storm here. Throw down a storm again. Force him away from the ramp. Cool. Sonic Storm's awesome. I just have to remember to use it and get High Templar in the future. It's a tech path that, you know, if you really want to, it can save your life, particularly against these giant hordes of Zerg. Big group of Mutalisks here. Let's throw down a storm. Move on down. Okay, great. And, I mean, our base is still alive. That's why I said, Tassadar, you need to cool your jets. We could stay here all day. Let's go after Kerrigan. Okay, and we've made it. Poor Tassadar taking some health damage, but he's okay. That was actually really dangerous, because he has a low amount of health.
You have my thanks, Executor. Now let us find Zeratul and speed our way home.
Look at that carrier doing the boogie. So it was very specifically stated that Aldaris brought a small force with him here, so it's not like we're contributing a huge amount to Tassadar right now, but, you know, anything we can do. Our kills deaths is awesome here, considering the High Templar, only 11 units lost. Not bad. I mean, I had to restart at the beginning just because you're given such a small force, and a lot of the gotcha moments are with Zerglings, where you're really reluctant to storm on top of your own zealots, that's for sure. Alrighty, this has been Jay Barino. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.